Okay, so Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation Season 2 Part 2. I believe it's coming out today when I'm uploading this. So episode 1 is probably already out. But if it's not out, then but before we get into Season 2 Part 2, let me just express my thoughts, give my expectations, my predictions, what I believe should happen. Or I should say what I think will make the season like very good to great, or at least just better than last season. Last season was good and all, but I definitely think season 1 part 1 and part 2 was better. But anyway, it's not about that. It's about season 2 part 2. And the first thing I want to state is, which was probably one of my main concerns in season 2, was the fact that there was no foreshadowing of the next big arc. One thing I'm expecting in part 2 is at least something like a breadcrumb. You know what I'm saying? At least something that foreshadowed what's gonna be happening in the next big arc. Because the only thing I could think of right now that was foreshadowed in season 2 is the fact that Rudeus is still wants to look for his family. And I think if they had showed at least like a glimpse of where everyone is at and what's going on and what's their situation is like, I think that would have made the season a little bit more satisfying for the most part. But yeah, but that's probably the number one thing I'm expecting or hoping happens in season 2 part 2, because I enjoy the whole slice of life, normal school living, romance, anime, you know what I'm saying? I enjoy that part of Mushoku Tensei, but I'm ready at this point for him to go back into the chaos, back into the battlefield, you know what I'm saying? Back into his adventure. And now another thing I'm expecting to happen is I'm expecting the masked lady from Japan that also got isekai. I think her name is Nanahoshi. I think that's how you say it. That episode when she revealed herself and explained everything of her origins and all that, like that blew my mind. If you haven't seen my reaction to that episode when she was first introduced, my goodness, I couldn't believe what I was watching. I think I was speechless for the most part. Well, of course I talked in the video, but you know, like you know what I mean. But I would like for them to like dive deeper into that dynamic with her and Rudeus, because I know Rudeus doesn't really care about his old life and all that, but the fact that him getting isekai'd and someone else getting isekai'd, basically the fact that he even implemented that element into the story is what makes it super duper interesting, because I don't think any other isekai show ever done that before, and that's like one of the main things I've been curious about ever since seeing season 2. So I hope that they dive more deep into that and doing their research on why they were sent to this world and all that, and of course like the different gods. I'm assuming like there's more of them. I think I made a prediction back then that there's like more of these characters that were isekai, like the different gods in the world have their own isekai discipled character, you know. Now the biggest question I had after watching season 2 is, man, we know Rudeus is like, he's with Sophie now, he's committed, he's a committed man, he wouldn't cheat, right? I don't know, man, honestly I don't know. I can't even answer that question for you, because the first thought I had in my mind after watching season 2 was like, okay Rudeus, you chose Sophie, you stated the words you were gonna marry her, but like what's gonna happen when Eris comes back, right? Like what's gonna happen when she returns? Like how you gonna feel about that? Because I know we all know he's gonna feel some type of way, especially how she made him feel for like most of the season. Like that man was not, he could not act right. That man was depressed. He could not function as a male because of this woman. So if she had that much of an impact towards him, I don't know, it's like, can he really keep his word with Sophie when Eris comes back? And honestly I doubt it's gonna be showcased next season, but man, if it did, yo, that would be like the emotional turmoil I'm looking for to like really increase the tension in the show. Okay, now for my predictions, I kind of just want to go through the trailer, and there's 2 of them, right? So I just want to like look through them just to be able to make some bold predictions, because one thing I learned is his sisters is gonna be there with him, right? Like you see them, like these 2 right here, and I'm wondering like how they ended up together. Wait, hold on. Yeah, how did they end up together? Because I don't remember. I remember Rudeus meeting up each of them individually. One was with the maid slash mistress, while the other one was with the father. And I don't remember. I'm trying to remember if Rudeus ever told the maid slash mistress, or if he ever told his father Paul that he found the other person. I think he found Paul first, right? So I'm not sure if he told the maid. Man, I need to remember her name, but man, you know what I'm talking about. I wonder if he told her about him finding his father and where he's at, because that's the only explanation I could think of how these two girls end up together. So like, what do you guys think their relationship's gonna be like? Because I'm not too sure. Like, I'm not too sure how well they'll get along. Of course, this one likes Rudeus. I know the other one doesn't like Rudeus like that, so let's see what Rudeus could do. I don't know, but something must have happened, right? Or at least I'm assuming something must have happened between Paul, his father, and the mistress that led to them like finding Rudeus. Like, there has to be some type of reason, like, so I wonder what that is, and I wonder how they were even able to find him in the first place, because it looks like they came here by themselves, which means I think I'm right about the mistress and Paul like finding each other, and then like I guess they send their children off to find Rudeus for some reason. But one thing I'm really excited about, and I was not expecting, that Roger, I think that's how you say his name, Roger, I can't believe he's back so fast. Holy, like, he's actually back in the story so fast. I could have sworn, or at least I thought I wouldn't see him back in the story for a while, which I'm glad about, because I realized after watching season 2 that Rudeus can't properly function without like a big brother or a mentor around him, like guiding him at least, because without like Soldat, man, that boy would be lost right now. He would still be lost to this day. So I'm glad he finally got like his original big brother's original mentor and all that, his guiding light, make sure he stays aligned with his principles and morals. But here's one of my bold predictions, right? Roger is probably going to mention Eris, and is probably going to trigger Rudeus. That, I feel it, man. I feel that's gonna happen, because when Roger left, like, Rudeus and Eris were together still, so of course he's gonna be asking, so where's Eris and all that. Of course he's gonna ask that question. There's no doubt in my mind. So we're about to see depressed Rudeus once again. Then Sophie's gonna be like, yo, what's wrong? Like, who's this Eris person? And then of course some turmoil is gonna build up, blah blah blah, you know what's gonna happen. And then probably the sisters are gonna get involved and all that. Actually, hold on, honestly, I feel like if it's not Roger, then I think the kids, like his sisters, is gonna mention Eris, is like, and gonna ask Rudeus like where she's at, like looking for her and blah blah blah. And that could probably what starts everything and what triggers him, because of course kids be brutally honest at times, you know. But for sure, 100%, I predict that Eris is gonna at least be mentioned by a character, and Rudeus is gonna be triggered, and like there's gonna be a whole episode or two about it. It's probably when Rudeus is gonna start thinking or start wondering, like, wait, what am I gonna do when Eris comes back? That's probably when he's gonna start realizing and start thinking about that. But yeah, I hope we actually do get an Eris update on where she's at and what she's been doing and what she's been up to. But honestly, so far I've been looking through this trailer, and it seems like it's just more slice of life romance. I don't see much adventure going on. Actually, what do you guys think is the amount of episodes gonna be in for this part, like part 2? I'm assuming it's gonna be 12 episodes. Yeah, I think so. It's gonna be 12 episodes for sure. We're probably not gonna see Roxy at all in this season. This is gonna be the season where it's gonna be basically a forgotten character, or maybe not. Hopefully I'm wrong, but it feels like that's gonna be the case. It would be very interesting. This is gonna be like another bold prediction. It would be very interesting if Orsted, the one that like almost killed him, what is he, like the god dragon or whatever, if he showed up, because of course like that's like the masked lady's mentor, right? And like, why wouldn't he, like, or was it explained in the last season why like they separated? I forgot. But if he showed up just randomly one day, that would have been crazy. That would be crazy. I do want to see that. But of course this time will be a little bit more peaceful. Of course. Do you believe Soldat will return? If he does, like, who you got? Mentor Roger or Big Brother Soldat? Who you got? Because in my in my season 2 videos, I was comparing the two when Soldat was first introduced and was taking care of Rudeus. I was like, I think I literally stated that he was the Rygear replacement. I think I'm sticking with Rygear. Like he was a very solid dude. Like he really felt like he had more of a mature presence, and the things that Soldat had Rudeus do to recover from his depression, like low-key led him to more trouble for a bit. So I'm definitely team Roger, but you let me know. But yeah, I think that's it for the most part in terms of what I think, what do I expect, what I hope for. You know, you let me know your predictions, your expectations for the season. I'm most likely going to be reviewing every episode weekly, of course, so look out for that. And yeah, let's have a discussion in the comment section down below. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.